Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today, I welcome Lord Ramanuj on his appearance day on this earth over 1,006 years ago. And on my right, there is a photograph in the center of Lord Sri Ramanuj. And if you go to Sri Rangam temple in Tamil Nadu today, when? Today, tomorrow, or next week, you will find his body in that condition. After 1,006 years, his body still exists in that condition. That photograph I got from Sri Rangam when I was next to his body for 6 full days. I stayed at Sri Rangam for 6 days. That body you can evidentially find at the Sri Rangam temple. I'm using the word evidentially because everything I do is evidence-based. Everything I say is evidence-based. My very existence is evidenced in the Sastras, in the Vedas itself. I do not live 1 millimeter out of the Vedas, neither do I transgress any part of Vedic injunction to suit mankind. I'm not interested in mankind. I am not here to appease any human being. I am here to preach God's truth. I do not have thousands and thousands of followers because I don't lie to you. When you come to me and say, Guru, I am doing this and can I still follow you? I say, no. If you're doing that, carry on doing that. When you're ready for me, come to me. Because when you teach the Vedas to appease a human being, you are creating darkness in Sanatana Dharma. You are creating generations and generations and generations and generations of darkness in Sanatana Dharma. Because if you do not understand the scripture and if you teach your child something that your grandfather taught you and your mother taught you and your father taught you, and then you teach that to your grandchildren and they teach it to their children and grandchildren, this is why Sanatana Dharma today is in darkness. Today, 2024, Sanatana Dharma is in darkness. There's only 5% light in Sanatana Dharma because every preacher wants to be a appeaser. Preachers are now flying in helicopters. Have you seen Sanatana Dharmic preachers with big fancy names flying in helicopters because they became economic preachers? They became economic preachers. So I am here to set the record absolutely straight. Lord Ramanuj took his birth 1,006 years in the same darkness that we are in today. When he took his birth 1,006 years ago, Sanatana Dharma was in this darkness. Today, if I ask you who you are following, you'll give me a name. I'll ask you who is God. you'll give me a name. Then I'll ask the next person, they'll give me another name. And I'll ask the next person, they'll give me another name. Have you seen the sun rise from the west? Then it means there's only one God. It means there's only one God. If the sun was rising in every direction, then many gods were fighting. And one God said, I want it to rise on the west, one said on the north, and one said on the south. But because there's one God, we have a perfect ecology in this country. Yes or no? Or in this universe?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes.
Because there's one manufacturer of this universe. How many?
One.
Only one manufacturer manufactured this universe. That is why it is running in harmony. Every season interlaps with the next season in harmony. Everything you see about yourself, see around you, besides human, every living entity, 8 million living species of living entities are synthesized in absolute harmony. Yes? The ants, the butterflies, the bees, the lions, the tigers, the sheep, and the sheep in wolf's clothing. All of these entities are in perfect harmony because there is one manufacturer. It's like an engine that's running 100%. You understand? The only disharmonized species on this earth is 0.4 million human beings. Yes or no? Do you know there are 400 species of humans on this earth? Shocked? Shocked? When I say species of humans, I'm talking about the mental dimensions. There are 400 species of human beings in their mind, in the mental dimension. You understand? That is why no two human beings think the same, because they're thinking in these different dimensions, in all of these different dimensions. And Lord Ramanuj took his birth 1006 years ago. He kicked out all the philosophies that's currently being preached today. He kicked it out 1,000 years ago, or 900 years ago. He kicked out these philosophies. You all heard of the philosophy called Advaita? Yes. Lord Ramanuj booted it out. What he did? And he didn't boot it out through his mouth. He booted it out evidentially. He took 545,000 Vedic injunctions. It was written on palm leaves. It was written on palm leaves. He spread it at the Sri Rangam temple, and for 60 years, how long? 60. He lived 120 years. He took 60 years to put Sanatan Dharma in its true perspective, and I'm using the word Evi, not grandmother's story, not grandfather's story, but in the Vedas itself. There is only one compiler of the Veda. Do you all know him? There is only one compiler of the Vedas. Do you all know him? No, Valmiki is the compiler of the Ramayana. Veda Vyas is the compiler of all Vedic injunctions. One compiler. How many? One. I don't see anybody's grandfather's name written there, granny's name written there. I only see Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas. Do you understand? Is it logical and commonsensical? When you was learning mathematics, when our mothers were teaching us maths and our mothers were teaching us time, These are two things our mothers taught us. Yes or no?
Yes.
They took one apple, they took another apple, they said there's two apples. When you go to university and they're teaching you mathematics, pure mathematics, will you use your mother's two apples or will you use the Apple iPhone and the Apple computer? What will you use? Can you tell your professor, no, I want to use the two physical apples? Do you understand? And just like that, our mothers taught us time. Yes?
Yes.
And today, can you say, the big needle must be by 12 and the small needle must be by 12 for 12 o'clock because my mother taught me that way. Can you say that? Or you look at it electronically and see 12 p.m. What will you do? Look at it electronically and say 12 p.m. So your mother's story, granny's story, grandfather's story was right there to give you a kickstart. But is it right now? No. Because now we have the Bhagavad Gita. Now we have and anyone who is not following the Bhagavad Gita cannot call themselves a Sanatan Dharmi. Right or wrong?
Right.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Right. Because what our Sanatan Dharmis have done, when I grew up, I knew my grandfather tied this in a red cloth and kept it far, far away. And he said, you are not clean enough to touch it. Was it the right instruction of my grandfather? No, it was a wrong instruction. No matter how filthy I am, I need knowledge. I need knowledge. I can never be 100% clean. Me as a guru, I'm going to die filthy. I'm going to die filthy. No matter how pure food I eat, when it enters my mouth, I must have bought it from Woolworths. But when it leaves my body, it's all the same. Absolute filth. Right now I am seated here with a portion of my body absolutely filthy. I myself, when it releases itself from my body, I won't be able to smell it. Yes?
Yes.
So you'll never be clean enough to read the scriptures because God designed it this way. And God never said you must clean yourself first before you open the scriptures. So this book must not be hidden, and this is why I am exposing it to the entire world. I have started this here at the Sri Narayan Dham to give you the absolute Bhagavad Gita, and I can guarantee every listener on this program that the only Bhagavad Gita that was spoken by Lord Sri Krishna is the one compiled by Lord Sri Ramanujan. All these Bhagavad Gitas is not as it is. Is not as it is. You understand? Any guru in the world, I can challenge any guru in the world that the only Bhagavad Gita, I'm not using the word translated. What word am I saying? I'm using the word compiled because no guru has capacity to translate and comment on God. No guru can translate and comment on God. What powers that any guru has over God? You think God made a mistake that he must be translated and commentated? You think God made a mistake? Here's a Vedic injunction here. I taught this imperishable yoga to Visvasan. Visvasan taught it to Manu. Manu declared it to Ikshvaku. This is chapter 4, verse 1. The Lord is stating that he taught this Bhagavad Gita to Ikshvaku and Visvasan. And if you're a Sanatan Dharmic scholar, you'll find out that Visvasan existed 120 million years ago. When? Who is Manu? Who is Manu? Manu is the first human being. Yes? Yes. The first human being in Sanatan Dharma was taught the Bhagavad Gita. Why did God teach the first human being the Bhagavad Gita? First human being the Bhagavad Gita. Why? If God is absolute, and if he taught the first human being the Bhagavad Gita, what it means? It means every human being must know the Bhagavad Gita because God is absolute. God is absolute. You see, Ismail, I'm using the word human being. And I'm using the word Sanatan Dharma. I'm not using the word Hinduism. I'm not using the word Indian. And I'm not using the word Hindu. I'm using the word Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal. And Dharma means righteous way of life. Eternal, righteous way of life. When I read any verse in the Bhagavad Gita, it applies to all of mankind. And this Bhagavad Gita was here in Africa. This Bhagavad Gita was in Africa. When the white man came and gave you the Bible and gave you a white God, what color God he gave you? And what he took when he gave you the Bible? That's what MK is fighting for, Smile. We want our land back. We want our land back. He gave you the Bible. He showed you a God with blonde hair and blue eyes. And he took the land. Lord Jesus Christ had beautiful brown hair, beautiful brown eyes, and he was Mid-Eastern. He was Mid-Eastern. Europe stole him, like how they stole the Kohinoor and how they stole everything else. They stole Jesus Christ and they manufactured him to suit their narrative. Do you understand? Lord Krishna in the Vedas is described as black. Do you know that? You are shocked? Lord Krishna in the Vedas, his color is described as black. Put 2 and 2 together. Do you know geologically at one point in time that India and Africa was connected? Do you know that? And then it broke away as a continent and it reached Asia. When it crashed, when the tectonic plates crashed, then the mountains were born, the Himalaya mountains and the mountains that separated. Do you know that? So this is what Lord Ramanuj did. The information I'm giving you today is an updated information 1,000 years ago, 1,000 years later. But in his time, he was the greatest social integrator that the world has ever seen. Lord Ramanuj, and that is why his body is still there, because we like evidence. We human beings say, if I can't see, I don't believe. Yes?
Yes.
And I'm noticing Gogo, yeah? Gogo, welcome. Gogo, wave your hand. Welcome to the satsang. I believe Gogo makes regular visits. She meets Mataji now and again, and she's welcome to do so whenever she feels like. This is her ashram as well. Alright? So Lord Ramanuj's body is in existence to prove his existence and to prove his teachings. There is no embalming. There is no embalming. His body is in a natural state. His nails grow. His nails grow. His hair grows. Every 6 months, they give him a turmeric bath with some other spices to keep him in that state. So if anybody wants to disagree with me, you need to go there to Sri Rangam first and see his existence first before you disagree with me. Because Sanatana Dharma, I've realized in my lifetime, most of the temples are created out of knowledge. Are created out of knowledge. We meet in a pub and over a beer, I'm a good bhajan singer, sorry bhai, not you, and not you, and I know these babis haven't been in a pub. Then one man is a top Ganesha bhajan singer. He hits another beer and he says, my bro, let's open a Ganesha temple. Then they find a piece of land. I'm just using Lord Ganesha as an example, alright? Then they find a piece of land, they meet some contacts, they sing some beautiful bhajans and they open a Ganesha temple. And you ask them, who's Lord Ganesha? They stop. You understand? So this is what's happening in pockets of Sanatana Dharma right around the world, not only here. And this is when Lord Ramanuj took his birth 1,006 years ago, and over his lifetime, he crisscrossed India on foot. You all saw how far India is? You all can check on Google Maps, and check. He was in South India. He was in South India. He's a South Indian. Lord Ramanuj is a South Indian. He's from South India. He's a Telugu. He was a Telugu, and he's my Adi Guru. Adi Guru means first Guru. I'm taking my information from him. And for the visitors, I haven't been to any school. I don't know Sanskrit. I only know kitchen Hindi. I only know kitchen Hindi. Initially, I knew the Hindi word for daru. It was one of my favorites. And gauze. Daru and gauze. You understand? Smile. Those Hindi words that I knew was alcohol and meat. I made sure I learned it thoroughly. Okay, so I don't know Hindi, never learned Sanskrit. Nobody taught me Sanskrit. I've never been to a Gurukul. I've never been to an institution. I've never been to an institution. And I was an atheist for 30 years. I defied everything God related. I was an atheist for 30 years. I'm a former military man, and I didn't use God's rule to teach you. I used my two hands. I used my two hands to teach you. If I said turn left and you turn right, and I said, brother, I said turn left and you still turn right, I gave you one kanpati. You know what's a kanpati? You understand? Yeah. So I'm coming from there. I'm coming from there. Military man. I had the fourth highest military training in this country. I had the fourth highest military training in this country. And if you give me a big screen and an R1, I can write your name. I can write your name. Okay? So I am coming from there. I wasn't born in a godly family. I'm not emotionally, because my grandparents, my parents were connected to God, so I am connected to God. I'm coming from the opposite side of God because I could not understand the confusion that prevails. All of you understand? So today I'm seated here, well experienced, but again I'm saying, I have no previous training in this lifetime on the Vedas. Nobody taught me the Vedas. Tell me who in South Africa can teach me the Vedas. You understand? Look, these are all the Vedas here. And I know it all. I know it. You can ask me any question from here to any part of the world. Anywhere, any guru in any world. I can answer any question anytime without any research. How is it possible? You think I'm blowing my own trumpet?
No.
How is it possible? It's simple. All you need to know knowledge is to surrender full to a bona fide spiritual master. This is my guru. Swami Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj is my guru. He's from Faridabad, India. I never met him. I never met him. When I learnt of him, he had already left his body 1 year prior. He had already left his body 1 year prior. In 2013, when I went to his ashram, I stayed there for 21 days in my guru's ashram. In that time, I became enlightened. When I came back to Durban, I knew everything. When I went there, I knew nothing. Possible? How? Because it's a Vedic injunction. It's in the Vedas. When you surrender to your spiritual master 100%, all knowledge will dawn on you. I surrendered to my spiritual master 100%, all Vedic knowledge has dawned on me. When I went up, I was in a 200 million rand contract with WK Construction. This is evidence-based. I was asked to relinquish everything. I've said this story a million times, but for my visitors, when we came back, we left everything. We even didn't have butter bread to eat. Yeah, at this ashram, Mataji, we coming from a 21st century living. Before that, we were going to retire in Belito. Just before going to ashram, I was going to build my mansion in Belito. When we went there, they said no Belito. Yeah, Jondol. This was a Jondol when I came here. We lived without water and electricity for 6 months. Mataji went down on her knees and washed clothes in the bathroom after we were getting containers of water for 6 months from the surrounding areas. When you surrender, you must surrender fully and all knowledge will dawn. And this is how I am connected. I'm connected to my Guru spiritually. I'm connected to the Sri Sampradaya spiritually. And my knowledge comes direct from the source. Lord Narayan means source and goal of all living entities. That's what Narayan means, not some Indian's name. Translated from Sanskrit into English, Narayan means source and goal of all living entities. So at this point, one of you must cut out this tribute I want to pay to my brother, so we can send it to his family. I want to pay tribute to my brother Manoj. I just want to use this opportunity. It's a great day today. I'm going to explain to you the greatness of today and the ashram, and that is why you're feeling like that, Bobby. I'm using this opportunity to pay tribute to my brother Manoj, whose 1 year ceremony was held today. His 6-month ceremony was held in December. I could not attend both the ceremonies as I was leading the Palestinian march on the same day that his ceremony was held in December. And today I have this program which we have every year. This program is normally held at the bottom, and we have people from every religion from all parts of this country. We have people from national parliament, provincial parliament. We have people from all races. We have people from all cultures. This is the only ashram in the world to have hosted all political parties, all cultures, all races at the same time. At the same time. My mission is oneness. My mission is oneness, to bring all races together. My mission is social cohesion. I've already proven that. Evidentially, there's enough evidence on my platform to see that I have singularly, as this Guru of the Sri Sampradaya, brought people together that people thought were impossible. Even those people that attend here, when they give their speeches, they say, Guru, I don't know how you pulled this off. It's not me, it's God. He wants his children together, black, white, brown, all colors. God wants his children together. And I am only doing God's work. Okay? So in that, I want to pay my brother, I want to pay my respects to my brother, and I hope his family find it in their heart to forgive me for not attending these 2 important ceremonies that were held. Thank you. That part. The next part, I want to wish Lord Ramanuj The next part, I want to wish Lord Ramanuj a very happy 1006. Is it 6? 7th, sorry. I went to Pretoria on Friday and I left here at 11 a.m. I went to Buttercup. Those of you who do not know Buttercup, I'm going to give you the address. For my visitors, please make sure you take Buttercup. Leave meat. You don't need meat to eat meat. Buttercup makes beautiful replicas. This is the only fake thing I'm allowing you to do. Eat fake chicken and fake chops. So Buttercup, they've sorted the soya out in such a way, even with the taste. If you love meat, you think you're eating meat, all right? If you love chicken, you think you're eating. So I had my meal there at Buttercup at 11. I took the flight at 1. I reached Pretoria at 3:30, all alone at my age. I just managed to show my ID and what you call that, boarding passes. And while talking about boarding passes, God gave me a mission to give you boarding passes. I'm here to give you boarding passes to Vaikunth. I'm here to give you boarding passes to
Vehicle.
Vaikund. All right, anyone want boarding passes to Vaikund, you come and see me. Although I found it very difficult. In fact, I lost my one boarding pass. We had one to go up and one to come down in a small bag. I carry a small bag. I put it in a wrong compartment. Okay, these are the things this guru does. Okay, I'm not very, very bright. Anyway, I landed in Pretoria at 4 o'clock. We did a 6 to 6 night vigil for peace and prosperity in this country. Together with pastors, I went to a big church in Pretoria. We prayed. We came back at 12 o'clock because that's a favorite time of demons. That's the only thing our grandparents taught us right. They said 12 o'clock. All right? Satan, demon, Tokolosh, smile, 12 o'clock. So on the dot 12 o'clock, we went on the main stage and we prayed. We had about 30 or 40 bishops and pastors. I was the only Hindu and I was the only Indian. And we prayed from 12 o'clock until 20 to 1. And the vibration was absolutely powerful. And we prayed for the demons. And God gave us power to uproot the demons in South Africa. God gave us the power, because if you put God first, you don't have to do anything. And I'm teaching. This is my teaching. Put God first. God will do everything for you. God will do everything for you. But before I forget, I also want to wish Vasudeva Ramanuj Das, aka Nirvasan Pillai, a happy birthday today. And his birthday and Lord Ramanuj's birthday is inseparable. It's on the same day. And I remember many years ago, Vasan, we celebrated your birthday in Dundee. We took a busload. This is social cohesion. We took a busload of disadvantaged black children. We put them in an air-conditioned bus. In an air-conditioned bus. And we took them to Dundee and we gave them a 7-star treatment. Half my devotees left. They said, why they were hiring a bus with no air conditioner? Because these children are not their children. These were racist Hindus, racist Indians. And I was happy that they left. They used to treat me like a king. Every function they'll put the red carpet. I didn't have my own ashram. We used to have 4 satsangs in 4 parts of Durban. But I let them go. They were the richer end of my congregation. But I let them go because the richest people in my congregation were those disadvantaged children. That is social cohesion, where you put your mouth where the truth is. I allowed them to go. Today my angels, I think they passed high school. Some of them might be even registering in university. All right? We still carry on that program every December. We give the angels a 7-star treatment at this ashram. All right? This year I forgot to wear my Christmas hat because I didn't even think of it. But we give them a 7-star treatment right here at this ashram. This is called racial cohesion, social cohesion, and a social integrator. The seed is Lord Ramanuj. The seed of social integration is Lord Ramanuj. From that seed, 1,000 years ago from India, that seed is now planted in South Africa. So Vasan, a very happy 21st birthday. You are still young and handsome. We're going to sing for Vasan. Vasan is the most lovable human being on this earth. He is the personification of love, of compassion, and a righteous human being. You can fight with him, you can tell him what you want, he'll never back answer you. You can accuse him. I tried many times to accuse him falsely. He just said, sorry, Guru, because he is that type of a person. Vasan, I don't know what more to say. I just hope that you continue having love and compassion in you always. All these qualities come from a union of your parents, and you are a good stock because your parents reared you, and dad is not around, you're sitting next to your mother. It's a great honor to have your mother at this satsang together with you and celebrate your birthday. Many of us don't have our mothers anymore. So whilst mom is alive, make the best use and take the best opportunities. I sometimes sit and think how differently I could have done things when my mother is not here. So you, Vasan, you don't have to think like that because mom is still here. So a very happy birthday. You sharing it with Lord Ramanuj. You are exhibiting his qualities. This was his qualities when he was alive. You are exhibiting the qualities of a great saint. And we hope that your 21 years occurs continuously. You must be eternally 21 in your spirituality. Right, Vasan? And then, for all the devotees, all of you here present today, in whichever way you made this event possible, thank you very, very much. And to my bhajan group, hear what I'm using, what word I'm using. Let's see who's sharp in English. Alright, means you all are adopted already. You could not have come here today on your own. If you understand spirituality, then there was an unseen hand that brought all of you here today. In fact, I did not know that you are going to be here. I didn't know I'm going to have a bhajan group. The information I got was that one lady is going to come and sing. And I said I'll give her 3 fast bhajans. But we are honored to have you here. Go on my Facebook page. I explained to one member of your group that if you are rendering bhajans, you're already at a level where you need to connect to God in the right way. In the right way. There is no such thing in Sanatan Dharma. If I teach you a little bit about God, I did my share. No, God don't want that. God don't want you to learn little bit and think you with Him. God don't want you to learn a little bit and think you with Him. Then there wouldn't have been the Guru system. And the foremost systems in creation, when God created this universe, it's the creative principle. The creative principle. Then He created Lord Brahma to create. And then Lord Brahma, the first principle created in this universe, before any living entity entered, was the Guru principle. Was the Guru principle. The human principle is the 11th principle that was created. after ghosts. So your senior is ghost. Is ghost. Your senior is ghost because they know you don't know. They're not in this body. This body restricts you from knowledge. A ghost know the Vedas, alright? If you want to learn more, go on my YouTube. I've explained the role of ghosts as well. I've done over 800 one-hour discourses that's on YouTube. I've asked Shivan. There's Shivan there. I've asked him to find other discourses to compare because he's a very analytical boy. He's always, first he was fighting with his father. Then after 28 years, his father dumped him here. Now his father is burden free because he's fighting with the guru. Right? Father very, very sharp. Now he's free. Now Shivan is fighting with the. So I said, go now. That's the best person you can get to analyze you. Because everything I say, 90% he opposes it. So I said, okay, go on my discourses, look at other gurus' discourses and do a comparison. He's still coming back to me. And he's a master of technology, IT specialist and technology, all right? So this is what Lord Sri Ramanuj, I still go back to Lord Sri Ramanuj. This is social integration. This is social integration. When you Google him, Google the Statue of Equality. It's there. The biggest statue, sitting statue in India is a statue of equality of Lord Sri Ramanuj. Lord Ramanuj wanted equality, and I am here in South Africa making his 1,000-year-old dream a reality, because in India you won't find smile. In India you won't find a khoisan. In India you won't find all the different religions and tribes and cultures. I have everyone in South Africa, and I brought everyone here. I brought all the political parties here, including the EFF and the Freedom Front Plus. And who? Freedom Front Plus. Can you see the plus of being a Ramanuj? All of you understand? So today is a big day, and we start our month of the Ramanujans on the 5th of May, and we end it on the 27th of May. Every day we have satsang here. It's something that I created, and I hope all the Sri Sampradaya adopts it. 5th of May, birthday of Lord Ramanuj. 27th of May, birthday of my personal guru. And I take this time, for the past many years, every day I had a religious leader or a political leader or a social leader come in and give in a discourse. For this year, and this event today would have been down there, all right, in a huge market. This year, I decided to translate that into reality, to translate these ceremonies and events into reality. So immediately after this satsang, after we eat, I'm going on a campaign trail. I'm going on a campaign trail, okay? And I want to explain quickly, because it's my time to campaign with Indian citizens of South Africa. So I have been backing former President Jacob Zuma for many years now. I came on this platform, and in my satsang as a Sanatan Dharmic Hindu, I stated clearly that former President Jacob Zuma is not corrupt. What I said? Former President Jacob Zuma is not corrupt. I stated it as a Hindu, Sanatan Dharmic devotee and guru, and my live feed's reach is 49 countries around the world. So I said this on this reach, on this platform. When I did it, no other leader, either in Islam or Christianity or any other religious leader, had done this. I have done this many years ago, and it is evident, it's there. Because I'm in politics since the age of 14. I'm in politics since the age of 14. I was in Sastry College in 1978 when the schools went out on boycott. I thought it was normal. I thought it was a normal hierarchy. The God's favorite people, whites. God's second favorite people, Indians. God's third favorite people, coloreds. And God's last favorite people, blacks. Because I grew up like that. Yes? We saw whites were right on top. We made a plan. That's what Indians are known for. Making a plan. Yes? They took vagabond white people, they put their name, and they opened shops in West Street. Do you all know Indians were owning shops in West Street during the apartheid time under white names? You all didn't know? Indians were owning many shops there. Then when BEE came, they changed their names to Zuma. They took black names, and they still started running the business. You all know? Yes?
Yeah.
Indians are sharp. They make a plan, smile. On that side and on this side. So I'm saying, Indians, my brothers and sisters, I come from your stock. I come from your stock. This country could not have been captured by the Guptas. They're too small. Guptas are too small. This country is run by 6 white men from the time of apartheid. They had captured the National Party, they transited the National Party, and they captured the ANC. ANC was already captured in Mandela's time. Ask yourself, do these tests. Where Mandela got his mansions. I'm going to come to Thabo Mbeki just now. I wish I was in my Kanpati stage. All right? But I'm going to come to Thabo Mbeki just now. All these ANC members who got mansions prior to 1994, who gave them those mansions? Who gave them those cars? You know our current president? He has Lord Ram's name in his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a main negotiator. Codesa, you all heard of Codesa?
Yeah.
He was going there with his VW Beetle. And after 3 weeks, in that Codesa, he was going there in the latest BMW. How did that VW become a BMW? It's called capturing. If you want to know real capture took place there. And Shivan, I want Shivan not to discuss or go on to any political discussion without going through me. And Shivan was in a political discussion yesterday endorsing BEE and triple BEE. And I want Shivan that both BEE and triple BEE was created by these 6 white men. How many?
6.
These 6 white men created BEE and triple BEE to bring the money back into their pockets. I want you to do research. I'm sitting here as a guru, not as a politician. I want you to do research. The top 6 of the ANC, top 6 of the ANC is these 6 white men. Is this 6 white men? This country is run by a white government with black stooges. This country is run by these 6 white men who captured blacks. Apartheid didn't end because apartheid was first manifested itself by white on black. Then the white is so intelligent, he said, let me come out of the mainstream politics, and apartheid continues by black on black. Apartheid continues black on black. Ramaphosa is a black president. All the 9 premiers are black premiers. All the provinces are suffering because these premiers are captured. These premiers are captured. They're eating. I don't know how they sleep at night. I don't know how Ramaphosa sleeps at night. I don't know how all the black premiers sleep at night. I don't know how all the black mayors sleep at night. And I don't know how the black councillors sleep at night. Because their prosperity lies in the demolition of humanity. Take a walk from here, 5 kilometers up the road, 5 kilometers down the road. Yeah, you don't have to go far. There are people living in conditions that is not humane. There are girls and children that need to go to the toilet at night. It's winter now. The human body gets warm and you need to replenish its water. That's how the system in the human body works. They don't know whether they're going to tramp a spider, a scorpion, or a snake to go to the toilet. 2024 South Africa, one of the richest countries in Africa, has no toilets indoors. How do these aforementioned people, I said, sleep? Because they supposed to provide those toilets. Yes or no?
Yes.
They supposed to provide safety and security for the black child. What are they doing? Buying the best cars, living in DA areas. ANC, big wigs, all of them live in DA wards. Can you see the contradiction? Can you see the contradiction? So you think we must sit? You think Sanatan Dharma allows you to sit as Sanatan Dharmis and watch your brothers and sisters for the past 30 years? Their lives have not improved. Smile. The only thing you can do is fire an empty round. Excuse the pun, I come from the military. They've given the black people empty bullets to fire at elections. Those crosses there do not carry any weight. What weight does it carry? And who's to blame? Every registered voter. Every registered voter in South Africa. If you want to sleep well, then you need to remove the current administration. You need to remove this current administration. You cannot vote for a minority party, and you cannot vote for an independent. You're only going to fill their pockets. I'm saying this with love. Many years ago, Indians voted for Rajbansi. And what did he do?
So,
He aligned it with the ANC vote. He aligned it with the ANC vote. And who benefited from that alignment? Why didn't you just vote for the ANC? Why you wasted your vote? Why you prostituted your vote? Please don't allow politicians to prostitute your vote. You are living in South Africa. As an Indian, you are a mere 2%. As an Indian, you are a mere 2%. The black population of this country is 80%. Is 80%. Use common sense. 2% can never override 80%. Even if Indians, coloreds, and whites, we combine, we only 20%. That vote is like your cash card. When you push your card in a bank, what must happen? You must get a return. When you vote for the wrong party and you put your card in the bank, it will say no funds available. No funds available. So, especially to my Indian voters, I have crisscrossed this country already. I only joined MK on the 3rd of March. What's the date today? 2 months? 2 months? Wherever I go, I have not asked MK for a position. I want you to hear me clearly. I have not asked MK for a position. I have not asked for a government position. I've never went if I was not invited. And when I'm invited, I sit with the masses until they come and find me. And they have given me, since inception, VVIP status in MK. But I have not asked to speak. Jessica is with me. Smile is with me in the back. I've never asked for any honor in MK. But I think I'll put a whole lot of people away in the amount of work that I've done for MK. Look on Saturday, on Friday. From 11, I only came back yesterday here, 1 o'clock. I was awake. I'm 62. I have a sugar problem. I have all sort of ailments. And MK, the only problem with MK, if I can find a problem, is they don't cater for me. No vegetables. All right? Every sandwich got something there. Then I wanted to pull a Tiveshni. I wanted to pull a Tiveshni far away. I was supposed to eat that sandwich. Nobody would have known yet. Who would have known? Yeah, but I stuck around. Again, I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I belong to the KwaZulu-Natal Interfaith. I belong to the KwaZulu-Natal Policing Forum, Spiritual Policing Forum. I sit on these bodies and I've taken on the responsibility because I stated this a few years ago when I was back in Zuma. I said that Sri Narayan Dham will get involved in the political consciousness of this country. It's there on YouTube. So nothing I'm doing is how it looks, as if the Guru all of a sudden he was doing very good work in Sanatan Dharma and now he's dancing in politics. I love these songs. Please, bhajan members, I did Aarti in the beginning, you saw, so I'm not breaking any protocol. But MK has the best songs. And it will spur you to dance. At 62, I'm dancing in every part of South Africa. Wherever these songs are playing, Guru is dancing. I'm trending. Guru is trending. I met people in Pretoria. As soon as I entered Pretoria, people said the Guru has arrived. Ak Smile is in the back there. When I entered Stanger, they said the Guru has arrived. When we went to Potchefstroom, they said the Guru has arrived. I don't know these people, but because I am trending in social media, this is why I did this. I had a motive and a reason to go and dance with my brothers and sisters. This is called real social cohesion. Not sitting here and theoretically saying blacks and Indians must be together and create the Indo-African relationship. I'm going there and I'm living that relationship. I stayed 12 hours in a prayer place with no facilities. I was awake for 12 hours with my black brothers and sisters. I was the only Indian there because I'm proving social cohesion. I swapped this event of the 5th to have a meet and greet down here so that I can prove social cohesion. So if I say, because there's someone saying, I don't know if my Bhajan group knows, there's an Indian that's saying he's the champion of charos. Alright? Can I say I'm the champion of oneness?
Yes.
Can I say I'm the champion of religious cohesion? Can I say I'm the champion of social cohesion?
Yes.
Can I say I'm the champion of racial cohesion? Because no single entity ever in the history of this country brought all of these people together. So can I say I'm a certified champion? Because I got insurmountable evidence to prove it. Insurmountable evidence. You go on my page, you flip right back, you'll see I even washed the feet, me, the Guru of the ashram. I washed the feet of Muslims. I washed the feet of Christians. I washed the feet of coloreds. I washed the feet of whites. I washed the feet of all religion and all races here at this ashram. Can I humble myself anymore? Can I prove to you any more my sincerity in social cohesion, in oneness? And as I'm saying, I'm not taking the credit. That seed was planted by Lord Sri Ramanuj. Today, Lord Ramanuj's name, because my TikTok has my name there, Acharya Sham Ramanuj. My surname is in every group. My black brothers and sisters are telling me, hey Guru, we know you. How you know me? You everywhere, we see you. On TikTok, on Facebook, you are in our WhatsApp groups, you are everywhere. So that name is now conscientizing everywhere. The name Ramanuj is everywhere. The name Guru, every black South African now knows the word Guru. And some of them passionately call me Guru Ji. Alright, again, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but today is a day. Today is a day we should be discussing where this ashram has gone since its inception. We're not very old, Bobby. We from 2013 I became a guru. We started our first satsang on the 10th of October 2013. And lastly, I want to wish our ashram a very happy birthday. Our ashram, this ashram, is now 5 years old today. This ashram today, on the 5th of May, Vasan, you don't remind me every year that it's also the ashram's birthday. Vasan.
The birthday song.
Yeah?
You will do the birthday birthday song.
Oh, thank you. But I want one song for my Vasan. I don't know when I'm dead and gone who's going to sit here and how they're going to treat Vasan. But as long as I'm alive, Vasan, you'll get the best from my side. All right? So you'll do the birthday song. We'll do, the ashram is 5 years. This ashram is the only ashram outside India. I want you to hear very carefully. That was inaugurated in the Pancharatra Agama system by a international Pancharatra Agama priest who also inaugurated my Guru's ashram. Hear me again. This ashram on May 5th, 2019 was inaugurated by a Pancharatra Agama priest who also in 1999 inaugurated my Guru's ashram in Faridabad, India. This is the only Sri Sampradaya ashram on the African continent. This is the only Sri Ramanuj Sampradaya ashram on the African continent, and because it was inaugurated in the Pancharatra Agama system, which was spoken by Lord Narayan himself, and this is why you're feeling what you're feeling, because this is the headquarters of Lord Sriman Narayan on the African continent. You can come here with any illness. You can come here with any illness. I guarantee you a cure. Isn't that should be, illness should be nothing for God? Illness should be nothing for God. There was somebody that came here for the very first time in his life. He's not here anymore. For 4 months he was seeking medical attention for his spine. Alright? He drove here, he parked his car there as he was walking up. He's free of his ailment. If you go on my social media, if you go on my, what you call that, what page was it? Website? Web page.
Yeah, website.
You'll find all the miracles that occurred, and you can take one of these books and go. Again, I'm not blowing my trumpet, I'm blowing God's trumpet, because miracles belong to God, not the Guru. Alright? Like the doctor that injects the medication into you, the medication makes you better, not the doctor. Doctor is an instrument to inject the medication in you, you understand? So similarly, miracles that happen here, I'm the injection. And God is a person that prescribes and injects into you. So I hope you have enjoyed today. I know it's a bit hot. I said many things. And I hope we take cognizance of the things that I have said. And my last message to you is to understand this last part of our politics. This is politics in 2024. What are we all looking for in 2024? We finish here the same story. What we want? Change. Let's look at the word change. Right? And let's go back to primary school. All of us, I want us to go back to primary school. Alright? Just slightly higher than my small baby here. Alright? Let's use primary school mentality. If something is here, and if you want change, what you have to do with that something? You have to move it. You have to move it. When you move it, things will change. Then, can one person make a change? Can 1,000 people make that change? No. Before MK, before 12th of December, I was advocating coalition. Because if you combine a lot of people, and then you can move that people. But now, do we need a coalition? Why? Because the ANC itself has split 60-40. The ANC itself has split 60-40. 40% of the gravy train can't split right now because the gravy still need to, so they're there. 60% is, yeah, we just changed our name. We just changed our, who we are. The good ANC is now called MK. The righteous ANC is now called MK. Don't think MK is some strangers came from somewhere out of space. No. MK is the righteous ANC members. Who knows this country best? Who knows the faults? Who's the best mechanic of this vehicle that's called the ANC? Who's the best mechanic? Who has first-hand experience? The 60%. Yes? First-hand experience. They know where they went wrong. And they can fix it. They can fix it. So if you're going to go and put your vote for an independent that's wearing dark glasses, you can't see his eyes as an Indian, you prostituted your vote. Do you understand? If you want real change, then vote for the vehicle that can effect the change. And I'm saying very, very clearly today, the DA has reached its ceiling. What do I mean when I say the DA has reached its ceiling as a political party?
It's gone as far as it can go.
Can't grow. EFF has reached its ceiling. Can't? Unfortunately, I feel sorry for my EFF brothers. They are my brothers. But when I did a small survey, 50% of them are in MK. Okay? Then all these other political parties, what change can they help you make? Because they don't have the numbers. End of the day, politics is a numbers game. End of the day, politics is a numbers game. When they count the votes, that's what will make the change. All right? So you have an opportunity in South Africa. Remember, Jessica, which university is doing a paper that the MK is the fastest growing, which?
University of KZN.
No, international university.
Oh.
There's an international, Oxford I think, I'm not too sure, I stand to be corrected, or Cambridge. One of these two universities is doing a paper that the fastest growing political party in the world is MK. We don't have policies, we don't have a manifesto. Already 10 million people have joined. Without policies, without manifesto. You understand? ANC's votes were 10.3 million in the previous national election. So if MK has so many members, what do you think is going to happen? So be brave, Indians. Don't fight in pubs and don't fight in your lounge. Don't be a politician in your lounge and tell your wife and children, this is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong. Go and make the change. Go to the polling booth. Look for President Zuma's face. See, I even, as a guru, I made my profile vote MK. Only I don't know how to do that on TikTok. Jessica, please do it on TikTok. As a guru, I made my profile, vote MK. Because God in the Vedas states, country first. Be loyal to your country. It's in the Vedas. Because if you don't have a conducive country, how can you practice spirituality? Alright? So vote MK. Go tell your people to vote MK. There's a guru who has credentials that sit on many, many boards. If I can risk my place in society by going out, I'm not only saying vote MK in my, after this I'll have lunch and I'm going on the streets to dance MK. You understand? Come back after we won and say thank you. And lastly, Indians, there is no marginalization of Indians, there is no marginalization of whites, there is no marginalization of colors. All of South Africa has been marginalized. It's just a handful of ANC that's living right. So if we look at proportionally, for every one Indian who doesn't have a toilet that goes in the bush, there's 80 blacks that's going in the bush. We can't say we marginalized. Do you understand? We're not marginalized. Let's look at the bigger picture. So I'm going to end off by assuring South Africans that the MK party has already won the elections. I am assuring South Africans that the MK party has already won the elections. Our problem now is that there are other coalitions. There are other coalitions. The IEC has become a political party, I don't know how. The CIA has become a political party in South Africa, I don't know how. The MI16 has become a political party in South Africa, I don't know how. But reason, again, use primary school reasoning. If all these entities are here in South Africa trying to stop MK, what it means, what it tells you of MK. Who is MI16 and CIA? Who represents them? That 6 white monopoly capital that I told you. So for South Africa to have prosperity, which they don't want, they are interfering in our politics. They bought the IEC off because they had a meeting just this previous week. The American ambassador had a meeting with the IEC. What right do they have to go to the IEC? IEC only has one job: count the votes and make sure there is a free and fair election. IEC is suspending 2 of our big members. Our youth league leader, they want our youth league leader to be suspended, and they want Viswan Reddy to be suspended. Who are they? They are not legal entities. The law of the country is now being run by the IEC. Do you understand? So we have a huge obstacle, and that is why I'm appealing to everyone in South Africa. I'm saying we already beat the ANC hands down. We already beat the ANC hands down, but we still want your vote. We want such a great landslide that the CIA masterminds who's going to hack into our computers. Their job is to hack into our computer system and mess it up and give the ANC a win. Because if ANC wins, white monopoly wins. So please, whoever can hear this discourse, we have too many enemies. And God always have too many enemies. 5 Pandavas fought 100 demonic sons. 5 Pandavas. So think, this is the Mahabharata happening again. join the right side. My 2% Indian brothers and sisters, those that have registered to vote, don't waste your time on small parties. They already showed you mathematically they can't do anything. And there is no moonshine pact. We want the sunshine pact. And the sunshine pact is the MK party. So please, you need any information on the MK, ask me. I've hit the ground running from the 3rd of March. I'm just coming back from Pretoria. I came back from one of the biggest churches. I met the most influential pastors, and they all tell me from wherever they are that their congregation is voting MK. Jai Sriman Narayan.
You gotta call them a ticket.